A heroin epidemic is sweeping the nation as the demand for the drug continues to skyrocket. Earlier today, Governor Doug Ducey joined Arizona Senators John McCain and Jeff Flake at the state capitol to discuss how to decrease demand and cut off supply from Mexico. Heroin users in our state say that getting their fix has never been easier. The drug is draining our criminal justice system.
Jessica Flores follows one man as he fights to stay drug-free and crime-free.
There's no other options, you know. It was either keep using or die.
Step by step, John Hansen is trying to save his life.
Do you remember the first time you got high on heroin?
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
18 years old, driving to the west side of Chicago, scared out of my mind, and I fell in love with it right away as soon as I did it.
Hansen's love affair with heroin started a decade ago. The scars where he once injected the drug are all over his body. He says he's overdosed 9 times.
They had to resuscitate me back to life. I was dead. Yeah, come on in.
Now he's living at the Phoenix Rescue Mission's shelter, trying to get clean yet again.
One little locker.
One little locker. We're only out of a certain amount of stuff.
He says this time faith is keeping him sober. This is his 90th day without heroin.
All those feelings of trying to fit in, the reasons why I used in the first place, you know, feelings of, being rejected, majority of my life, not feeling good enough, self-worth, it all went away. And I think that's what a lot of people love. It's an escape.
According to the CDC, heroin use across the country is up 90% from 2002 to 2013. The Phoenix Rescue Mission's president, Jay Corey, says the fastest growing population here, heroin users.
It's a ready supply. It's accessible on the streets. It's affordable, and it's dangerous.
Hansen's addiction is interlaced with crime. He went from prison in Illinois to rehab in Arizona. Then he relapsed. And in 2014, police arrested Hansen again for theft and drug possession.
It's a savage way of living and thinking, and all that matters is the next high. Whatever you got to do, no matter who you got to steal from or what you got to do, you're going to do it to support your habit.
The tide of heroin addiction often lands in county courtrooms right behind me. That's where heroin addicts learn whether they'll go to prison or whether they'll get probation with treatment.
No one has a handle on heroin abuse or even heroin use at this point.
According to the Maricopa County Attorney's Office, prosecutions for heroin-related crimes are up 5-fold in the last 8 years alone. And in Arizona, cartels are feeding the growing demand.
It's an ongoing fact that the Sinaloa cartel uses Maricopa County as its distribution hub for its heroin operations in the United States.
County Attorney Bill Montgomery says while his goal is to be tough on traffickers, his office tries to emphasize treatment for the addict. The strategy is in line with the 1996 voter-approved law requiring treatment with probation for first and second time nonviolent drug offenders.
The argument or discussion over whether we can simply arrest our way out of this problem, that fell by the wayside a long time ago.
Still, many who end up in prison are addicts. According to the Department of Corrections, 77% of inmates released in the last year need substance abuse treatment. Hansen is one of the drug offenders who is getting help.
They looked at my record and there's no way I should have got probation. I should have went to prison.
At the Phoenix Rescue Mission's long-term recovery program, Hansen even gets vocational training. The program is in such high demand, the shelter has added 80 more beds.
Basically, to incarcerate sick people is not the solution, but to help sick people become well.
Still, Hansen knows his old life is only a few minutes away.
How easy is it to get heroin?
It'd take, from here, 5-10 minutes.
How hard is that knowing that you are 5 minutes away from your next high?
It's tough.
To not get high?
Yeah, it's tough. But once you make that decision, and once you turn your life, truly turn your life over to God, there's, it gets better. Every day it gets better.
And though he may go to prison if he's ever caught with heroin again, Hansen still can't say he's dumped the drug for good.
I'd like to say that the rest of my life I'll never use, but it wouldn't be fair to say that.
What's your hope after all of this?
Well, of course, to never pick up again, never pick up a drug again. But I desperately want to help other people.
For Hansen, there's the scars that won't soon go away, the ones skin deep. But then there are the wounds inside.
Your truth would also cut into their hearts, God, and set them free.
And for the first time, Hansen says, he feels those are beginning to heal. Reporting in Phoenix, I'm Jessica Flores, Fox 10 News.
We are wishing John the very best on his recovery. If you or somebody you know needs help battling an addiction, please visit our website for a list of resources. You can go to fox10phoenix.com.